So I guess you guys might be wondering why I summoned you to the Great Hall of Justice.
Yeah.
Huh?
We've been
Where did you
wondering.
guys come from?
Should I have worn a suit, or is this okay?
I think you're okay. You're okay.
Guys, this is my reading time. What the fuck are you doing here?
Well, we thought we would interrupt you.
Well, why did you summon us?
I summoned you for the podcast of the Superhuman Feats.
Look, I said there would be no foot stuff if you guys invited me to an episode.
I didn't. Wrong feats.
I'm not swallowing my tongue on YouTube, dude. It's not going to happen.
I really. Why did I?
Look, we
Okay.
all have mutant gifts, and I just wanted to avoid the dentist. That's all.
What about on Spotify? Or
What
on
about it?
iHeartRadio, or the podcaster of your choice?
Check us out anywhere you can. Hey Joey, can you roll that for us?
And this is where we do an edit point.
Thanks, Joey. Appreciate it.
That might have been our funniest opening that I've been a part of. I quite enjoyed that.
I'm glad.
Bunch of ramshackle idiots being silly.
Will's just like, I don't know why I even bothered.
I loved it. I loved every second.
Is that enough of an edit point for you, Will?
Oh yeah,
Look at all this fucking shit, fellas.
that is shit. Yeah,
The 2000s was a good time.
it was
It sure was.
Firefly?
back in the day.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, did you hear they're actually going to do? They're going to do more. They're either going to do more episodes or a reboot or something. But everybody's coming back. That's technically still alive.
In what?
Firefly.
You mean the characters, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because like some of the actors and characters are dead at the same time. We
Yes.
ain't getting Book back. Book's gone.
Yeah, we're not getting Book back, and
I
we're
could see
not
them
getting.
doing Wash as a clone.
Or they're just going to wash that scene.
I mean, they could wash it real good,
I mean, best married couple on all of television.
right?
All right.
For sure.
All right. All right. Okay. Edit point over. I had a banner for that. All right.
Are you an X-Man right now?
I have X-Men down here. Do you want me to get it?
You do? No, I don't.
I also have the Trial of the Flash.
Oh,
Yes.
Still no.
And Batman Contagion down here as well.
Mhm.
Trial of the
Somewhere in
Flash,
here is the death of Superman.
Is that the one where they sued Wally West?
The Trial of the Flash. Well, no, the Trial of the Flash is Barry Allen.
yeah.
There's a whole thing with Iris and the Reverse Flash, and then he kills the Reverse Flash, and
I don't care enough about Barry Allen. I really don't.
Barry Allen's great, and you should put some respect on his name.
He was the second Flash. That's great. But
Well, I mean, technically, if we want to get super technical about this situation, technically, he creates the Speed Force. So even if you go back in time, and Jay Garrick is the first Flash, which if we want to bring in Max Mercury, it gets even more complicated. Oh, and also now there's Flashes all the way through time. So, I mean, if you want to say he's the second Flash in our history, I'll take that.
ours is the only history we have.
Bullshit.
gonna-
I read alternate histories all the time. Russ, when have I been in reality in the last 5 years?
Temporarily here and there.
Still not a lot. Still not a lot.
Cool. Oh my god.
Anyway, as I said, we were doing the Superhuman Feats today. These are Reddit stories that have some form of real, superhuman type things, lifting things that you shouldn't be able to lift, that kind of stuff.
Oh, like the mom lifting the car to save the infant baby.
Yes. The
Or like
infant.
somebody sleeping next to heavy water and somehow that gave them super speed.
Something like that. Yep.
You mean
Yep.
Stan Lee's superheroes, where a dude put a drill to his head and was totally fine because he was a monk, or the dude who eats metal, or the dude who can do complete temperature control,
Yeah.
Sure.
or Joe Hendry. He didn't appear. It didn't work.
How about Paul Bunyan?
More classical example.
Yeah, that's American folklore right there.
Boom.
Also, one of the scariest parts of it, chapter 2. Paul Bunyan statue doing his thing.
Right.
Oh, you know what? A good example is in the American folklore the John Hendry and the steam engine.
John Henry.
John Henry.
I didn't say Hendry. That was because of the last guy.
No, Jim Hendrix and the steam engine.
Jimi Hendrix and the guitar.
But
he made his guitar
steam,
catch
there was
fire.
purple haze coming out of the engine. It's all Jim Hendrix.
That's right.
Yeah.
Then there's John
Crosstown
Cena.
traffic.
You can't see him. He's invisible.
How do you know he's even there?
We hear his voice.
Oh, okay.
And, I mean, theme music.
Well, I mean, yeah.
So, Will, what feats did you come up with in your pre-research phase?
Well, they are a lot of different types of like strength stuff, and then most of them are actually strength stuff.
Why do you have a predisposition towards strength, feats of strength?
Just the best ones that I found that were, the human feat type thing came up to be the strength ones. It wasn't that I was searching them out.
But like, why would you tilt that way instead of stamina, feats of stamina?
Well, I mostly was going with what I could find with the Reddit stories, and most of those were strength stuff instead of stamina stuff. Although in my personal belief, the stamina stuff might even be better than the strength stuff.
Oh yeah. Being strong ain't nothing.
Because like when you said like feats of extraordinary thing, I would think of like Houdini or something like that, or the stupid version of David Blaine or whatever his name is, who just like goes without oxygen until he gets brain damage, and he's like magic.
It's magic.
I think Russ is just trying to flex on the fact that he's beat me in over 200 chess matches.
What? You brought that up completely out of nowhere.
Stamina. You've survived that long without losing your mind.
I mean, like, good on Russ, but that was a reach even for me, Ari.
Whatever.
Which brings us to our question before we start. Right here. What is the coolest superpower in your opinion?
Oh shit! Reality manipulation.
Do you want some glass of milk?
So like Reality Stone.
No, I mean the example I would use is irredeemable, just because he can be Superman and anybody else he wants to be as long as he can imagine it, or Franklin Richards can create entire realities inside of his fucking bedroom. That's incredible. It's just like being a writer, but you can actually make the thing real. So like he could be invisible if he wants to. He could have Spider-Man's webbing if he wants to. He can. It's just magic.
Yeah.
Like at a certain point, it's magic. That's the answer.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't call that cooler. It's like just being able to do anything isn't really interesting.
Well, but this is my point. Like any power that you want to use, I can have because I have all of the powers. I'm Jack.
Yo, that that might be like the most useful or the most powerful for sure, but like the coolest, nah.
Well, I mean, it's the most coolest because all of the powers that you can think that are the most coolest are in that power set.
See what you're doing is you're going so far into cool it becomes Mary Sue cringe.
Yeah, I still have all the cool things inside of it. I just need to go hang there whenever I want.
Just pick what you want.
If I was reading a comic book starring the amazing I Can Do Anything boy, I would not read it.
What's
anymore.
cooler, being versatile or knowing how to shoot a bow really good?
Well, that's not really a
Depends on how it's
superpower,
written,
though.
but like, you know, a character who can do anything and has literally no weaknesses is not anything. You know. Yeah.
You have a very certain tagline about hats, sir. Hats do everything. Helmets are specific. What's cooler, a helmet or a hat?
Don't start this again.
Look, helmets is hats. That's all there is to it.
Don't start that again.
That being said,
I still wish that conversation was in the podcast so badly.
You're so annoyed that I fully cooked you in that debate.
Also, I left my best argument out for like 2 days later.
Yes, because you were thinking about it in the shower.
It's a good argument too.
And that's just how regret works, man.
Yeah.
That's my superpower, regret.
That would be a cool the universal edit button. That would be a cool power.
Yeah.
See, right?
Click. Yeah.
Like I can edit 3 seconds of a conversation.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But you know what? You know what's funny? My magic can do that.
Yeah, I hate that. I absolutely cannot stand that. That is too much and too dumb.
Well, I mean, it's not. I wouldn't call it dumb, but it is too much. I would say it's too much.
Uninteresting. It's not. It's no longer cool. It's uninteresting
because you can do anything at any point, anytime, anywhere.
It's like that kid. It's like being that kid when you're playing GI Joes or lasers outside, and he's like, "No, you didn't hit me. No, you didn't hit me, but I got you."
Yeah.
No, it's great because I'm the sentry, and when you say my power isn't cool, I can literally make you say the opposite with my power.
That's dumb. Sentry wasn't even that guy.
It's just too much.
Until recently. He was just the answer to Superman, but crazy.
Well, okay. I mean,
yeah,
we did get the void right away.
Straight up multiple personalities.
Nega Sentry shows up because somebody watched too many episodes of Darkwing Duck, and there you go.
There is never too many episodes of Darkwing Duck.
My only argument with that is I feel like the Marvel answer to Superman was already Hyperion or even Thor, in some ways. Well, and then
Hyperion, I'll give you Hyperion, yeah. I'll give you Hyperion.
It's like the Sentry is more like irredeemable. So yeah, they're Superman types. They're like Paragon archetypes, but I wouldn't say it's just because he's got the S. Everybody's like, they're the same.
Everybody likes, I got the S. Yeah, I don't got the S. I got the bat.
Sentry and Hyperion are two different characters written by two different people who both had beef with Superman, and they made Superman-like characters. Right. That were bad.
Right.
Well, Sentry's actually pretty cool. And certain versions of Hyperion are cool. Oh, you mean bad as in mean? I get you. Yeah.
I mean, as in an antagonist.
Yes. Yeah.
So yes, the ability to do everything is not cool. It's just uninteresting.
But it does allow me to be Reed Richards' best friend.
Like, just pick to be Reed Richards instead of being able to do every bloody thing, right?
Well,
like having
why would you want to be Reed Richards? That's no.
I mean, he can make himself any size he wants, but
he's like yeah. I mean,
a dream for anybody with erectile dysfunction.
You know what they say: Superman on the field, but Reed Richards in the bedroom.
In the sheets, yeah.
Now, I mean, I'd rather be Plastic Man than Reed Richards, to be fair. But
sorry, what's the difference?
He wants to be half criminal.
The same power set.
It is.
Plastic Man is a reformed criminal that Batman made into a better person, and then he had a son, and his son's also awesome. But Plastic Man has better powers than any of the stretchy people in the whole everything.
He just has a better imagination. It's the same power set every time.
If we're going to talk about that, then we should talk about.
I'd have to pull out my resources, so I don't want to fuck with it.
We should talk about Jimmy Olsen then, because he got the stretchy powers, right?
He did become Elastic Lad for a few minutes.
Yeah, right.
He was also a turtle for a while. Yeah.
Didn't he? And he got tortured like worse than anybody that has stretchy powers too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though in fairness, anybody who can pull as much hot messes to like dinner dates as Jimmy Olsen can deserves a little bit of torture.
Hey,
he's the prom king,
man.
What was that, Russ?
He's flexible, you know.
He's flexible.
He's flexible.
He can pivot when he gets catfished. He just goes the other direction with it.
That's what's up.
All right, so if we've got Ari going with the, you can be anything thought person, Dave, yours was.
Oh, mine was definitely not Ari's one.
Okay, well that
mine is regret. Remember?
Oh yeah,
that's what mine is. That's what magic ends. You can do everything with magic, but it destroys you. So that's why the regret comes in.
You can, but then you got to buy the cards. Yeah. All right, Russ. What about you? What is the best superpower?
The best superpower.
Coolest was the term we used.
I mean, I think, as much as I would love to fly and have super strength and all the things, like the ability, like Professor X's ability.
Thank you.
Is pretty darn powerful. Just
tap
into anybody's mind that you want, and then also you can drive if you feel like driving. You can drive. I mean, how can he? The fact that Professor X is presented as a moral character who just happens to have the power to take people over whenever he wants.
Multiple people, not just one person. Like take over a group.
Ari's gonna waggle his finger and say, "Recently, there's been a."
No, I'm not. I'm actually gonna say I will accept this, and you want to know why? This power is also a source of regret.
It has to be. I mean, he's obviously done things to people that he regrets doing, and that they can't live with themselves after the fact.
For sure. Like, here's my beef with Professor X's power: is I don't want to know what people think about me.
Well, can't you block that out?
Hence the regret.
Can't you just block that out though?
By not picking that in that jelly bean of I get that power for sure.
That's how we get Onslaught. We don't want Onslaught.
Oh, we want Onslaught. We want Onslaught.
What's the name of the villain in Jessica Jones? Like Killmonger or what was his name?
Oh yeah.
Killmonger,
the Purple Man.
So he basically like has all of the benefits of Professor X being able to take people over, but he does not read people's minds, so he doesn't have to worry about knowing what they think about him.
Yeah, he just tells people
pheromones.
There you go.
Yeah. He can just plant memes in people's heads and they have to do it. And it's also better than Professor X because it has an ongoing effect after he leaves. It still happens.
Well, X can do that too, but he just needs technology for it. Well, not always. Sometimes he can do it.
He's got to log in. He's got to put his password in, and then one mouse slip and he loses control.
He's got to make sure Magneto's not fucking with stuff in the corner. Yeah,
right.
He's got to be a dad while he's trying to use his tech.
Yeah,
but just to contrast with Professor X supposedly being this highly moral character, what was his name? Killmonger? Or
yeah, it was Killmonger.
Kilgrave. Killmonger is like a Black Panther or something. Yeah. Kilgrave is presented as the evil of all evils in Jessica Jones. He's the worst baddie they can possibly think of. And he has half of Professor X's power set.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his ability is do what I want you to do all the time, please.
Mm-hmm.
And her ability is being a bad Columbo.
No, her ability.
Don't
her
be mean
ability
to
is super
Jessica
strength.
Jones. She was a great little superhero. It was not her fault what happened to her. And then she became the greatest detective in all of that part of New York.
No, she became the greatest private detective, which means she was taking pictures of people having affairs all the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We've seen that show.
How does super strength help with that?
It really doesn't.
It's more for when she hangs out with Luke Cage.
They can arm wrestle and she doesn't die.
It's the Superman Lois Lane problem, but addressed.
You would think if you had superpowers, you would tailor your mild-mannered job to like have your superpowers be beneficial to you.
Yeah, that's why Superman is a firefighter.
That's why She-Hulk is a lawyer.
Well, Clark Kent is a newsman and Superman is a firefighter. It's a very complicated thing. Different universes.
None of it makes sense, man.
I'm going to throw a curveball and I'm going to say healing factor, because healing factor can be utilized in multiple different ways.
Well, like for some, it makes them immortal, basically.
Exactly.
Well, but there's also the problem that some makes them, if it has anything to do with your metabolism, you're fucked. Because then you use your powers and eventually you will age yourself into oblivion. That happens with certain speedsters. It's a problem. But generally, that's just when you've got a subset of healing factor.
True.
It's not going to apply to someone like, say, Spider-Man, who has a minor healing factor to begin with and is mostly going to just be durable.
Does Peter Parker canonically heal at the speed that a spider would heal?
Yeah, basically.
I think the meme answer to that is yes. I think the actual answer to that is no.
Feels just like a spider can. It's in the song.
Heals a cut. He's okay. No band-aids for Spidey today.
But like Wolverine, he's, I mean, the only issue with his healing factor is he's got a bunch of metal in him, making it less potent.
Yeah, his healing factor is reset to 0 each time.
Yeah, because he's getting poisoned by the metal anyway.
That's how he died in the books that were coming out, what, like 8 years ago?
Yeah.
And in the Wolverine movie too, he was dying of that.
Yeah.
And so like if you take Wolverine when he was young, before he was put into the Weapon X program, that dude has Deadpool healing factor, as far as I'm concerned. But,
without the cancer.
Without the cancer.
Deadpool's healing factor is just constantly healing his cancer. So it's the same thing, just with a different poison.
The interesting thing that says to me, though, is like one of the things that happens with Wolverine and that doesn't happen with Deadpool that I think is interesting is Wolverine, the idea that his metal is poisoning him consistently, and his healing factor has to mess with that, and he ages over time. I wonder how much his healing factor is wrapped up with his metabolism. It's an interesting concept. I don't think Deadpool's is at all, because he can regenerate from nothing. You know, Lady Death can just send him back.
Right.
And with Wolverine,
Lady Death, just Death. Lady Death is her own character.
Well, wasn't he dating her at one point?
No, he was dating Death. He wasn't dating Lady Death.
Not Lady Death. Death. Just Death.
Okay.
Is that like a non-binary Lady Death?
Yeah.
I think he may have, in the book that I'm thinking of, I think he may have referenced her as such.
A skeleton and a smock.
Yeah.
And Lady Death was the one that Thanos had a thing for, right?
Yeah.
Nope, Death was.
Yeah,
it
was Death.
It was also Death, yeah.
Also Death.
Who was portrayed as a lady.
In the Endless comics, yes, portrayed as a lady, but I don't think that Death and the Death that they're both in love with are the same Death.
The smock did have boobs,
before.
so yeah.
I always called her Lady Death, so I think I'm actually forgetting the other character. But
that would be a grave error on your part.
And well, I'm a DC boy that happens to read Marvel, so it's okay. But with Deadpool, his thing is like different. He's not just breaking the fourth wall. It's like he's an entity of some kind. So that healing factor is like way different.
Well, he's there to make fun of comic books. That's what he's there for. Yeah. So. All right, let me pull up a story here. All right. r/true off my chest.
None of these, by the way, that I could see at least were super spectacular, but they still fall in the same category of the superhuman feats. So
I'm not sure that this one qualifies. I saw a kid almost die today. I, a 30 female, walked into the gym tonight. Immediately saw a mom, and her 5 to 6 year old son. My first reaction was, oh, great. I understand parents can be busy, but I still don't feel a gym with free weights everywhere is safe for a kid. Anyways, I'm in the middle of my sets, charting them on my phone when I look up and see the boy had tried to bench a bar 45 pounds and couldn't lift it. It was so high on his chest, it was almost at his neck. No idea how long he had been struggling. I run to the bench, and this is when mom finally notices and lift the bar off. The mom took over, and I was so angry I walked away. The boy seemed to bounce back fine. His mom set up the bench again with safety bars this time. I couldn't even at this point. I made note of the time and messaged the owner of the gym. I promptly left. I was so angry, but now I'm feeling a mix of extremely upset, distressed, and distressed at what could have been. I had to just get these feelings out there. This could have been so bad, but it didn't seem to phase Mom. I don't know right now. Thanks for listening. Well, you're welcome. But that was not very superhuman.
See, and that's what I was trying to get at, was that there are feats that people would do that are not a normal. Not everybody's going to do the thing. Yeah.
I would also I would comment to the commenter. This is clearly a person that does not have children. Could not be clearer. This agitated individual who's like, how dare she? The child almost perished, and I'm still a flutter at home, even thinking. I'm like, the children almost die every 20 minutes in some way or other. And if you work yourself up over every little thing, I mean, granted, a 45-pound weight in the neck is not good. But every little thing, you're going to lose your mind. Like, I feel this way sometimes. I've never expressed it in words. That, like, I have 3 children, and I'm like bringing them around my neighborhood, which is like a child-friendly neighborhood. I tacitly believe that other adults like have to help me out. Like, they're in the community. Like, it's partly their job. Like, if my child is running and he's just at the edge of my vision and somebody comes across him, like, you should care that a child is running by himself, and like slow the child down. Like, that's your job. So the person who wrote the comment, you did your job. That's all. You unkilled a kid who's choking. Great, move along.
You didn't watch a child die. Good for you, friend.
Yeah, that's like basic low-level Samaritan things.
Is your neighborhood truly safe for us? Is the whole neighborhood truly safe?
Who knows in real life? But it appears to be a relatively quiet neighborhood with lots of old people and young families.
Yes.
So it's as good as it's going to get for Los Angeles.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, kind of like my neighborhood. It's all old people and young families. So, and then me, the goblin who lives at the end of the block.
The goblin.
I, on the other hand, have police coming here to arrest people in my building often.
Oh, yeah. Hollywood's crazy, dude.
It's crazy, you guys. It happened just the other night in our hallway. Over there, dude got arrested, and he was the one who called the police on another guy, and they didn't arrest that guy, and they arrested the caller.
That's gotta really kick you in the butt.
I've been watching a lot more police cam stuff lately, and that stuff happens a lot more than you think.
Misuse of 911 is a thing that they arrest you for now.
Yeah.
They arrest the entire crap out of you.
This block is crazy. People have been arrested outside. Dudes have died in the building and like had to be escorted out.
Power Rangers walking down the street.
There was an explosion next door, like by the apartment that is same elevation of unit, building right there. Window, boom. I'm about to go to sleep. I sit down. Big whole building shakes. Fire, fire, fire. A dog dies in the apartment. The girl, I'm walking with my friend a couple days later. We see her in the car. She talks to us. She talks to us about the dog, but it's like it's not her dog. It's somebody else's dog, but we know it's her dog because we've seen her and that dude. And they were cooking. It was like nothing. It was like THC. It wasn't even anything crazy. It wasn't even anything crazy. It was just like wax.
Just a sourdough starter.
And they just burned the whole place down.
That's how it gets started, man. It's a gateway.
Damn sourdough.
You gotta watch out for those.
I could say that way more intelligently, but dude, it was crazy. With the whole place burned up, and we thought we were gonna burn too. It was good. We thought it was gonna jump to our building.
So, are you on that part of Melrose that's in Ukraine or something?
No, I'm like 3 blocks away from the Chinese theater. Yes,
there we go. All right.
When I lived in Miracle Mile, I had like 911 on speed dial, dude. It was like crazy stuff because we were on a busy intersection. One day, a lady just decided she was mad at her boyfriend, so she laid down in the middle of the street and wouldn't let cars go by and was yelling about like how she wanted steak for breakfast, and he disappointed her from the street while cars were just sitting there.
I mean, I understand that. I want steak for breakfast.
Right? We all kind of related to her that day. We're like, why didn't you get her steak for breakfast?
That is the most meth-fueled behavior I've ever heard of. I mean, like, how is she going to be able to chew that steak?
Do we have any superhero
aggressively?
Do we have any like activities where somebody got powers because of meth? Do we have any of that on here?
No,
I don't think so. No,
guys, there is a villain who gets powers from cocaine, and his name is Snowflame.
Oh,
whoa!
It's fire powers from cocaine abuse.
That's incredible.
Bananas, and
I don't even want to know this. I don't even want to know this.
I'm sure it's autobiographical for sure.
Sounds like a job for the Rain City superhero movement. That's what it sounds like. You remember that, Davey? You remember the Rain City? I'm sure you saw it.
Oh God, no, I quit.
Haha! Seattle, you had a strange period in the last 15 years.
Didn't that dude get arrested though?
And he was selling drugs. He was an MMA fighter who wanted to be a vigilante and did genuinely try to stop some burglaries and like had mace and like did a couple things. And then one day he went mad, started selling drugs. They got arrested. They took his mask. They did the whole thing. Before the drug bust, it was several different things. They had to unmask him. It was a whole thing. But then afterwards, during COVID, he came back and started patrolling the streets.
Yep.
Well, that's the last time I heard from him. I don't know where he is now.
He had to fund his crime lab.
I mean that was his plan. If I remember correctly, his plan was to sell the drugs to get money to be able to continue patrolling the streets and stuff.
Well, he got obsessed with this one murder case, and he could never crack the murder case.
If this city is to be safe, I have to be the drug kingpin. It's the only way this city will ever be safe.
Yes, that's exactly it. If I'm in charge, I can keep everybody safe. That's what he thought.
This is the classic dictator thought pattern.
He's the kingpin. He's the kingpin.
But he thought he was Luke Cage.
He wanted to be Luke Cage, but he was the kingpin.
Do you know how much worse things would be if the kingpin wasn't holding all the mafias together, keeping relative peace?
I mean, he's actually a superhero in his own right, you know, because he's keeping people in line.
He's got the powers of administration.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad about what happened to Phoenix Jones, just because, like, some of the people that he worked with were just like nice people that wanted to patrol the streets and like be neighborhood watch, and like they all fell out. None of them are friends anymore. The whole movement's dead. Some people are like going to conventions, and that's it. So sad.
You know what this world needs is a Dave Batman. That's what we need.
What we need is a Dave Popeye the Sailor Man.
Okay.
Popeye the Super Bat.
Yep.
Well, technically, what's the difference between the Day of Batman and the Purge?
No death.
Fictional universes, I guess.
I mean, they're both fictional universes. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I know, but they're different.
On the ground, what's the different reality between everyone's a vigilante and the Purge?
I mean, a lot of people. I mean, in the Purge, it's more about like purging and the killing and stuff.
Yeah, if everybody's Batman, we're all on the ground, like looking at little clues in the corner, being like, "Somebody left a cigarette butt here. Was it a red?
So.
Was it a black?"
But nobody's that's what Batman Day is, dude.
Nobody's trying to be a vigilante, though. In that, they're just killing and murdering and all their big bad horribleness, right? So nobody's actually trying to be that good, guiding light.
Well, wait, isn't the story behind the Purge that it's a patriotic event and it's for the preservation of future society? So they all believe in the mission of the Purge. They're just being like good vigilantes when they do it.
Yeah, but that's just
remember the 5th of November.
That's just a cover. That's just a cover for the whole thing.
Purge, right? Like, why is everybody just default to murder?
Yeah, just because we can. Like, I can do lots of things. I can go adopt a cat right now. I'm not doing it.
But like,
why not go to an IRS office and like open up all the file cabinets and read stuff?
Do you have that much time, Russ?
Start insider trading like crazy.
Improv class. When are you going to have time to go to the IRS offices?
When I put my clown mask on and I join the revolution, that's where I'm going.
What about the children, Russ? You have 3 children.
That's where Batman comes in right there, is because it's pre-planned. Right there. It's straight up. It's prep time. Prep time to get to the IRS.
So this is Batman Incorporated is what we're doing?
Yes. Yes, it is.
That's what the Purge is. If it's orderly, if it's an orderly Purge, it's Batman.
But it's not, because people are still getting killed.
Well, here, like, so the Purge Day is all crime is legal, right? Batman Day is all crime fighting is legal.
So you do both at the same time, and then it cancels each other out.
But what is vigilante crime fighting, if not crime in itself?
Indeed.
Yes, sir.
So you got those purgers just like dressing up in superhero uniforms, carrying baseball bats, and stopping murders by doing murders.
I think that's what they think they're doing. Like from inside the mind of a purger, that is what they're telling themselves.
That's just how things should be done. Right there. They have to be,
we're doing our patriotic
right wrongs by doing other wrongs.
It's crime with authenticity.
I like that.
Crime with authenticity. That's a hat.
That's subtext for the subtitle for the Purge 7 or whatever the next one is. Crime with authenticity.
Back to our good old authentic crime.
Responsible crime.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Yes.
When all a man needed was a spiked bat and a head full of meth.
So I think I can set up how this happens. Everybody goes to see that vampire cop movie that's out right now with CM Punk in it, and they all lose their minds. So half the group is all purging, and the other half is like trying to set up some kind of system so that we can like get the bodies out of the building. And then they all start feuding, and that's when the Batman shows up. And everybody's all Batmaning out.
Yeah, but which version of Batman, though? Like,
it's Adam West. It's all Adam West, every single one of them.
He just does the Bat-Toozy the whole time?
Yes.
As long as he has shark repellent, he's my Batman.
And then there's one, it's everybody is Adam West except for one, and that is Vampire Boy.
Vampire Boy.
Oh, the Hufflepuff boy.
Because they both have the short bat ears.
Cedric Diggory, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
There we go.
You lost everybody there.
It's actually not true. I think
boy.
honestly, I think the Batman, I think he has longer ears than
he does.
Yeah,
He does.
it's Affleck who has the short ears.
Yeah.
So I just undercut my whole point.
Yeah, it's Affleck that has the short ears and the human growth hormone.
Yeah. Well, he needed it.
I think of the Batman as having short ears because he's doing the detective stuff. And normally when you have detective comics and you're in an actual detective story, instead of let's just go beat a villain, he's got the short ears normally.
So they like antenna for violence.
Yes. You only bring out the bad ears when he's going to really fight somebody.
When he gets angry, the ears start extending out.
That's what happens in Absolute Batman, man. You got to read this book. It's a new book. It's so good. Batman's like 7 feet tall, and he's got an axe on his chest. It's incredible.
Absolute Batman is a freaking riot.
It's bananas.
He's pretty awesome.
Russ, you haven't read this book. You need to get this book just so that you can save it for your children when they reach the age where they can read comics effectively.
Daddy, why is Batman getting an angry erection on his head?
Please, Daddy. Please,
Daddy. Say that. That's terrifying.
Explain what murder boner means to me, Daddy.
Russ, your children are goblins. They're all scary goblins, and I'm afraid of what they're going to turn into.
Look, as long as you take a bar off the neck of one of them in a pinch, then that's all you have to do. It's your duty.
I'm just gonna hold candy up like this whenever I see them, and just get away.
Yeah, this is what the
Are you kidding? Have you met those children? Giving them candy is a mistake.
Right.
Well, I just figured if I keep throwing it at them, then they'll go towards the candy, and I'll be able to get away.
No.
It's like giving cocaine to that superhero dude.
One try find.
You're giving cocaine to Snowflame at that point, man.
Fine, we'll do broccoli. Here.
Broccoli.
That will keep them away.
Back. Get the fuck back.
They're all just standing there.
Hey, chill out, man. No need for the broccoli. Just calm it all down, all right?
Hey, look. Maybe you put the broccoli away and you give me a controller so I can play a game, and I'll just sit on the couch and everything's going to be fine.
Oh, but then they want to play with you.
Talk about this. Why we got to get the vegetables out? What's happening? Let's talk about this, guys.
And what about them carrots? Oh, sorry.
Take it easy. The purge isn't until tomorrow. Everybody's fine. We're fine.
Right. We're all going to be a bunch of little Fonzies in here. We're all going to be cool.
I didn't hear about the purge. I brought a bunch of liver and caviar and crackers and cheese. Are we in trouble? What's going on here? Are we going to get raided?
You said charcuterie. I'm sorry.
Brought that too.
Oh, I thought this was where all the bulimics would go to the vomitorium. I'm so sorry.
Oh my!
Do you guys have any like witness?
Who brought fruit today? What's that?
Do you guys have any witnessed moments of superpower in real life? Have you seen any crazy things like a dude holding 2 cars or like?
I actually have a personal story. My personal story. So my mom, back long time ago, she was mowing the lawn, and we had this little like alcove that would go down to like the basement door, but it was just this like little area that was just like cement steps and then like a cement piece around it, right? And the lawn came right up against it, and she was mowing next to that, but then somehow got confused or something, ended up putting the tire over the edge of that little cement area, and the mower, this is a riding lawnmower, right, tipped, and so it sat like this in that little cement area. And she got so worried that my dad was going to be like upset enough to do bad things, which would not have happened, but she was so worried about it. She summoned Hulk strength and picked the whole riding lawnmower up out of it and then set it back down in the grass.
That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild.
Oh yeah,
Pretty feety. It's good. That's a good feat. Nice feat.
that's the feats.
See, that's what I mean. Not like picking up a 40-pound bar to
Right.
save a child that you should have saved anyway,
Right.
instead of being mad about it.
Okay.
Normal.
We need to save lawnmowers from cement alcoves.
Speaking
I
of
once,
lawnmowers,
I once had an out of body experience.
Oh, yeah.
go
It was the nerdiest possible out of body experience that you can imagine, which is I was in a debate tournament at debate camp, which was at Northwestern University in the summer.
Very
in
interesting.
Ohio.
It's a nerdy beginning. Illinois, Evanston. And I was. It's almost impossible to tell you about this without explaining the intricacies of policy debate, which is what I did in high school. Which you'll know if you've ever seen these kids with a hand truck with like 3 Rubbermaid tubs full of file folders and evidence. Like those are policy debaters. It's an insane enterprise where while you're debating, you're also speaking at super high speeds so that like random people can't watch this as a spectator sport because they literally don't understand anything that anyone is saying for any second of the public speaking activity. And the judges have to be like more experienced than the debaters so that they can ingest this many words per second that they're doing, like reading their articles.
Yeah, I had to climb 10,000 Buddha steps to get to that part where they could just judge. Yeah, I get it.
Right.
First, are you okay? Are you all right?
It was a long time ago.
Do you want to introduce yourself to the group?
It's a long time ago. But I was giving what was called a 1AR, which is like the first affirmative rebuttal out of the many ordered speeches of the debate. And it's considered a difficult speech because you have 5 minutes to deal with the negative blocks, 13 minutes of evidence and arguments and counter arguments that they're dumping on you. And you only have 5 minutes to respond to the whole thing. Mm-hmm. But I started doing it, and then I thought to myself, wow, this is going really well. And then I like popped out of myself and looked down at myself doing the thing. And I'm like, oh, this is going well. Good job down there. And then like,
Cheerio, good chap.
I like re-entered my body in time to like throw aspersions at the other team or whatever. And then after the round, everyone's like, that's the greatest goddamn 1AR I've ever seen in my life. Like, I don't know what happened. I blacked out. But like, yeah, it's hard to describe like what the activity actually was because of how many force fields of nerdy exclusion surround it.
Oh, so good. That's so good. I did debate as well. And
did you do like a regular kind of debate, like LD or something?
Yeah. I was. Mine was more based on charisma and saying things with enough gusto.
Or did you
that's my philosophy to this day.
Did you like extemp or something like that?
Yeah, and then like so, what I learned from all that is if you say anything with enough conviction, you will be believed.
I see you do that every week.
Yep, that's what's up.
It's great for improvisers. Yeah, for improvisers to have the audience not know whether what you're saying is true or bullshit, and they could just really flip a coin. That's like always to your advantage.
So good. It's money.
Commit. That's why you commit, right? That's why you commit.
Yeah. That's exactly it. Speaking of lawnmowers, I have a stamina thing that I witnessed as a child. My father was fixing the lawnmower at one point, and I'm not sure how it happened, but the lawnmower turned on, and he nearly sliced his entire thumb off.
Mm-hmm.
We
I
heard
remember this.
one big swear coming from the garage.
Mm-hmm.
And then my dad walked into the house very calmly, which is
surprisingly calmly.
super calm, says, "Hey, Dolores, honey, I'm gonna have to go to the hospital, and reattach my thumb, more or less."
Yep.
And mom goes with him, but he drove himself to the hospital and came back 4 hours later with 4 stitches in his thumb, just being
Dang.
chill.
Partially because your mom was freaking out.
Yeah.
But your dad was just all like, it's fine. We'll just get in the car and we'll be back. It'll be fine. Let's just go. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
And never, ever, ever did I ever hear your dad speak that calmly at any other point ever.
Ever again.
Ever.
He used all of his calmness points that day.
Mm-hmm.
It was the exact opposite when my mom went in for cancer surgery, right? Like she was super chill and super calm, and she's like, "Hey, they're going to remove this entire part of me. Everything's cool. Everything's great." And my dad is losing his mind, which is he's supposed to.
Right.
But it's weird the amount of calm that my parents can summon when they don't want the other one to freak out.
Like, if I am not going to be calm, this is going to end up badly. So I'm going to be as calm as possible and then make sure everybody else stays sane, at least somewhat.
The cuest of cumbers, as it were.
Cuest of yes.
I think my superpower is I have a couple that I can bring up, but the one that I think is most applicable to the three of you is I am superhumanly stubborn.
Oh, we know.
That is undeniable. I you know.
Any normal listener to this podcast knows that, actually.
Ari was born under the sign of the ass.
Yes.
And I mean that by as in mule, you know.
I'm a year of the dog Taurus. It's a complicated thing. There was some shenaniganry. We got mule.
That's right.
Mule.
I did. You guys won't believe this though. I spent an entire week not speaking.
I don't believe it.
I believe it in a second. I believe it in a heartbeat.
Just so you could better appreciate the sound of a whisper.
Just because he thought someone was doing a bit, and then he carried the bit on for a week and refused to be the first to give it up.
My real one is actually, I think it's endurance. I fell out of a tree that was as tall as my house, which was a 3-story Victorian.
Yeah.
And I got no injuries, no scrapes, no broken bones. Clearly some brain damage, but they didn't figure that out then, so it just went with me as we.
How did you fall out of the tree? Did you hit branches on the way down?
I did hit branches on the way down. If I hadn't, I would probably be dead because I was like 3 years old.
You're 3?
Mm-hmm. I was climbing trees like really early.
Of course, of course.
I might have been 4. I might have been 4. I don't want to say 3 if I'm wrong, but it was before 5.
Babies bounce, but how high?
Well, it depends on how high you drop them from, I suppose.
See, this goes back to my story from earlier. Kids are basically indestructible, and stop freaking out if you come across one. It's fine. Just just pick them up out of traffic and put them on the sidewalk and go about your day.
As long as they're not bleeding, they'll be fine.
They really are fine, everybody.
We had a rope swing in our barn that Will and I would constantly be on. And we didn't know it at the time, but below us was literally the rustiest, spikiest farm equipment imaginable.
Like old, unused kind of farm equipment too.
Yeah, it was rough. It was just so rough. Like if looking at it gave you tetanus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then one day my mom comes up and sees us swinging on this rope swing, and she's like, get down now. Oh my God, what are you doing? She calls my dad, Jesse, why didn't you move the gear? All this stuff. And the next day, Dad's just hauling everything out with a tractor. And it was literally thousands of pounds of rusted, just murder equipment that we could have been dead 17 times.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember I've lost grip on that rope quite a few times and landed on my feet just fine.
Well, it was like the micro frayed all over. So like it was hard to keep your grip on it. Like either you had a good grip or you were questionable. There was no in between.
Mm-hmm. Like even as a kid, I had a gorilla grip. So like if I really wanted to hold on to something, you couldn't get it away from me.
Just part of the experience of having a real childhood is having occasional brushes with death. That's just the way it goes. I used to play, and I never thought anything about it. I used to play tackle football casually with a group of kids regularly with no pads or nothing. Just my friend had an empty golf course behind his house that was like about 100 yards long. So we'd play like 5-on-5 tackle football, and like kids had their ankles broken, their collars broken, and like shoulders dislocated. And I would go through the whole week of like freshman year of high school, like sore, like not being able to move because I played tackle football on Saturday.
That's awful.
Got into fights out there. If the parents knew these things, they would never have let us hang out at Jeremy's house, man.
Right.
Oh, this makes me. This isn't directly related, but we were talking about best superheroes, not superheroes, superpowers. I'm gonna take it to best superpowers, not for superheroing, but for regular life, utility powers.
Sure. Okay.
So, I think not the best one, but my favorite one might be if you're omnilingual. Because in any situation, you can communicate with anybody around. It could be aliens. It could be fish. If you can communicate with anything at any time, number one, you're going to get trust from people pretty easily without feeling like, you're manipulating them. Two, you can understand any conversation in any room. And three, it's really good for vocations.
That another category that superhero falls into is super abilities that will be made obsolete by ChatGPT.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Like if everybody can like just do it on their little device, like how much is your superpower worth?
Yeah.
It's true.
At that point, it becomes about emotional communication. And
the Counselor Troy was useful hundreds of years into the future. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's because starships were run by men who didn't understand emotion.
He's making data. He's making a strange squinty with his eyes.
Why have we not seen the Star Trek therapy like show? I want the therapy show where it's just captains having to show up at the same fucking office to like deal with their trauma. Like Pike's been burned and he's like in the office. But like Shatner walks in and he's like, I've gone through time.
Because of HIPAA violations.
What we need is Star Trek Dr. Phil. That's what we need.
Jesus. We didn't need Dr. Phil to start.
Oh, come on.
Now, Q, is that right?
All right, so this Klingon claims that an outsider breached his blood right intervention. And what right do we have to walk in other people's blood right?
You're just going to come in here and change reality at a whim.
Look,
why? Because you got bored? Is that what it was? Well, let me tell you.
This is what. Yeah, I should have said Q's powers. Would you have scoffed at Q's powers? Huh?
No,
I scoff at Q's powers all the time.
It's the Superman.
Yeah.
Like being a god is, yes, that is also good.
Q was made to be scoffed at.
You must be a Pike fan.
Huh?
I'm just not a Q fan because
I prefer Sturgeon myself.
Chaos.
I'm more of a Cisco guy.
Cisco is a good answer. Although I prefer his son who writes storybooks.
Jake.
I hate his son with passion. He's a terrible character and I hate him.
He writes storybooks, so I like him. I like storybooks.
No. He was an article guy.
Yeah, he did that too.
Yeah.
Not until after
Nog
became cool.
Yeah, Nog is the best. Can we all get with Nog being the best?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm down.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
No,
So,
Pogo and Chief O'Brien. That's it.
Chief O'Brien's great. Do you guys want to do one more story? Or we want to end here. How we
No,
feeling?
we definitely need to do another story, I think.
Oh, do you need me to do a story? Okay, I'll find a story. Hold on one second.
Story time with
Eeny,
Will
meeny,
and
miny,
Dave.
make sure you tell me which one.
I'm going to tell you nothing.
Well, I have been making sure to put the stories that we read on the podcast on our Reddit. If you want to read any comments or make comments or just see what we were talking about, if you didn't understand, they are on our Reddit. That is /Fix Your Life Pod on Reddit.
Should we say that parenting is a superpower?
I believe parenting is a superpower because I would not be able to deal with the amount of children that I have to deal with normally if I didn't have some form of, well, caffeine, but still superpower, Yeah.
I mean, goddamn, I couldn't handle baby. I couldn't handle
Snowflame.
babysitting.
All right, Snowflame, getting your powers from caffeine.
Hey, if you can say Snowflame is a thing, then I can say that I have a superpower because of the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, carry on. Okay, so this is going to be the ultimate one. I just picked it randomly. It's an "Am I the a-hole?" from 4 years ago. Deception Lady writes, "Am I the a-hole for not being strong?"
Not being strong.
Am I the a-hole? My husband has a herniated disc. We've been dealing with this for a while, and I've taken on more physical aspects of his business when needed. Construction business. I am also a part-time nurse, and we have a 2-year-old. He bought new shrubs for our home, and I was under the impression we both would install them, me doing more lifting, etc. But he blew up when I told him the wheelbarrow we were going to use was full of heavy debris. I couldn't lift and move it myself. He then yells, "I'm just tired of you not doing things yourself. I don't want to micromanage you anymore. I don't want anything to do with these shrubs. And if my back was fine, I would do it myself without you." Am I the a-hole for feeling this was an unwarranted? I understand his back situation. Trust me. I try to be accommodating, but I just wanted help, such as, hey, maybe move the shrub over a bit, or let's cut the net this much, etc. I don't know. I feel like I just can't do anything right. I'm literally a woman who weighs 112 pounds. I am not physically strong, and I feel like he wants me to have the strength of a man.
Sounds like she has super patience.
Yeah, not the a-hole. I definitely you've got this. Like he may want you to have the strength of a man, but that might be a fever dream for a lot of men, especially in old age.
You think that old men fantasize about women with powerful thighs who can crush them?
Partly, but also I like where you're going.
I think we can verify that that's true. I don't think that's a question that we need to be asking right now.
I like where you're going, yeah. But also, like, then they don't have to do as much. And me, getting to this, older age group, the less I got to do, the better. So
you're saying they fantasize about 6'3" large muscular women who can pick them up like a baby.
Amazons have always been a thing.
Look, all I'm saying is that one day, maybe sometime soon, maybe sometime later, that giant
biting my lips so hard, you guys.
Riding in on a motorcycle that turns into a dinosaur and take me far, far away from this place.
That's a lovely thought.
Second, start to the right and straight on till, yep.
Yeah. No, I don't think she's the a-hole for not being strong.
I think
Buddy Dave.
I like,
no.
honestly, like it just sounds like a really sad relationship right now. It's like she's overworked, he's injured, there's not short on money, everybody's working extra jobs. And then the shrubs, it's like who cares about the goddamn shrubs? We got important shit to do, and we're losing our mind over the shrubs because it's all just too much. That's all I'm getting from that story.
Yeah,
He's emotionally weak. She's physically weak. There's too much weakness here. Nobody's strong.
He's also physically weak, what with his herniated disc.
Yes.
And
physically
like,
disabled, you might say.
Not to be too much of a beautiful mind character, but like that nurse could easily be the woman from the gym story who brought her kid to the gym because she's just overworked and fucking tired and her husband's back is out. And then her children get up to some nonsense at the gym and some internet Gen Zers like, oh, how dare you leave your children unattended? I'm going to write on the internet about this. And like, come on, man.
I will post on my Reddit that has no followers. Oh.
That's right.
Help a lady
out.
Yeah.
I think that's good, man. That's perfect.
I mean,
timing.
she could try to go find like a radiation zone and get superpowers and then, punish him, but that's up to her.
Well, that's more of a Fallout situation, though.
Yeah.
Punish him with her large muscular thighs.
I was thinking more damage from Teen Titans, but whatever.
Oh yeah, damage would work. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Of course, that's what I was thinking.
Damage tends to work for most people being punished. Like you just damage them.
Russ, you don't deal in damage. You deal in emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
That is a superpower, though. If you can inflict emotional damage, that's literally a superpower. It's called vicious mockery.
You're saying that I have that superpower?
Yes, you are a grandmaster in mockery of the vicious.
I only in the sense that I'm Professor X, so I have the duality, so I can inflict emotional damage, but I spend most of my time trying to repair emotional damage.
Yes, indeed. You are the cleric instead of the paladin. I hear you.
As long as it's mockery, we agree. That's all I gotta say.
That's a good
guys.
I like that. Good job, Will.
Yeah, it was well done.
That's a nice little positive end to this little superpower podcast. I feel good. Anybody want to ruin it?
For joining us tonight.
Yeah,
it's been real fun. Even though the stories were terrible, we had some good stories coming out of us.
They were terrible, those stories, all of them.
What I've learned is that we are more interesting than everyone on Reddit.
Dear Reddit, I had a bad ham sandwich today. Am I the asshole, or is the ham sandwich the asshole?
the ham's never the asshole. You're the asshole. Yep.
Also, Reddit, I encourage you to use that heel talk I was just bringing up to then pour a big dumpster fire onto me. That is the goal. You talk smack, then dumpster fire. That's how that works.
I don't know. I'm thinking that the dumpster fire here. We may need to ground him.
Yeah.
Not again.
We might have to send you off, Ari.
No, don't make me do it.
For research purposes.
Don't make me do it.
Yep.
I don't want to go.
But anyway, the best power is time travel. Thanks everybody for listening. Have a great night.